Welcome to Valestrand. Here we are today. It's an island of 8,000 people, and Kim and his brother Kai are showing me around the island today, so let's do it. The village is behind us. You can't even tell that we're right next to the sea here. In fact, we're right next to the fjord. So where are we today? Well, we're on an island called Osteroy. Only 8,000 people, just to the north of Bergen in the west side of Norway. Right, so can you imagine Kim goes skiing along here in winter? He's just telling me he comes full pelt down the mountain, all the way down to his village.
Oh, it's just a steep hill, actually, but it's not the mountain yet.
Steep hill, mountain, whatever. Kim's always so modest about these things because he grew up with it.
Yeah.
Is one of these the route that we're following?
Yeah.
Which one?
The 3.3.
3.3 to Østadfjellet.
Yeah, we would say Erstafjellet.
Østadfjellet.
I believe it might be this one, and up here.
Here we go, so we're going off piste.
And then we go up here, all the way to the top.
Nice, so we're going to go up 466 metres.
Yeah.
Nearly half a kilometre, wow. And what's nice here as well is when you're hiking, everybody stops and they chat to each other. It's not so good for your progress, but it's good for catching up with the neighbours.
Especially when you're from a place, you said around 8,000 maximum, and we're in the small village. Have, I don't know, 2,000 maximum.
Yeah, so you're catching up with all the gossip going on in Valestrand.
Yeah, more or less.
So look, you come to a fairly remote Norwegian island and you still find Liverpool fans everywhere. Not sure what this is all about, but it says, Liverpool isn't just a football club, it's a shithole.
That's one house, and this must be the neighbours' response to it.
They might be Manchester United fans living here at 113.
And here you can whips to support. You can transfer money to the local volunteers who keeps the track in order and fix it if there's...
Okay, so Kim said something there called whips, and it's this thing where you send money to people in Norway. It's a very advanced system.
Similar to Revolut or PayPal or whatever. It's not very advanced. We transfer money to each other in a second. That's the guys that put down these stones, because when it rains here it would be super wet if not. But we will be good anyway because we have our waterproof shoes.
It's going to make me try something now called food acid. A dog might have pissed on it apparently, but let's see.
Matsyre og sour leaf.
Sour leaf.
Surblad kaller de fleste det for. Men det heter også matsyre I floraen. It was pretty sour, pretty nice. And when we were kids, we were eating this the whole time.
Alright, so what do I do?
Just taste the... You can make salad.
It's like sour grass.
But it's very good.
Yeah, it's like cider crossed with grass.
This was my lunch when I was a kid playing in the forest, including some blueberries and some blackberries and stuff like that. It's nice. This area is also famous for more berries like tyttebær, which you had on your sausage on 17th of May.
Tyttebær.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's like some berries.
The jam. That we
Jam.
make. It's red, small berries. I don't remember the English name, I'm sorry.
I think it's lingonberry.
Yeah, I think so too.
Right, so Kim says I should smell the hag as well, and apparently it smells really nice, so can't reach that one. Let's do this one. Smells okay. Maybe I still have some remnants from Corona. I can't smell things too well.
Someone's cabin in this cozy place, and they spend their summer days here probably. Sometimes probably used to belong to their family for a long time. Now the road is turning into tracks, finally. More tracks.
Glad I brought my hiking boots for this, look. Kai's gone off for a jog up ahead. But Kim and I don't have the suitable equipment for a jog, so we're just going to keep hiking. Halfway there now, Dagsturhytta, 1.6 kilometres. There's a whole network of paths around here. Look, just randomly here when you don't really need it anymore, a little bit of wood.
But you need it when it's very wet.
Oh right, it's very wet. There we go, so we do need it. This is why they asked for money. Okay, so you see this red mark here? This is for in the winter when there's too much snow on the ground and it's difficult to find the tracks. This makes it easy to still find the tracks, or a little bit easier to still find them on the birch trees. Kim, what's this?
This is a Varda. And historical, You put if there's any trouble or anything in your village, you need to send a message to the next village. You put the fire on top of here.
Oh wow.
And someone else would put the fire over there. And on the next, and on the next. It's been there for a long time, but this might not be the oldest one because the stones are so thin here.
Yeah.
Might be rebuilt.
Do they still use it or?
It's, on the 17th of May, close to Bergen, and the fire department had a lot of calls because they were afraid it's going to burn forest fire on the mountains.
Right, so now they're more a danger themselves than they save people from danger.
Yeah,
Wow.
but they did it on the 17th of May for fun.
Okay, 17th of May is Norway's big national day where everybody goes crazy and celebrates. Like you probably saw in my last video. Just look at this incredible landscape. So here we are on the island of Osteroy, and over there's the Norwegian mainland. Kim, what's this place over here?
It's Arna.
Oh no, that's another island?
No, that's a suburb of Bergen. It's part of Bergen, and the only part of Bergen you can take the train to.
Cool. And there's also a bridge a bit further down there,
Yeah.
which you can take to get to...
If you have to, you can take it, but people from Valestrand, they use the ferry.
Yeah, so there's a ferry back over there.
It takes only 8 minutes to go over to Bergen suburbs, Åsane, part of Åsane called Breistein. And from there, it takes like 15 minutes to go by car.
So apparently the people in Valestrand, they bought this ferry, so they built the bridge down in the fjord, but the people of Valestrand, they decided to buy the ferry to maintain their connection to the mainland. And it's run by them, and it costs 70 kroner to cross in the car, doesn't it, one way. Just 300 meters to go now to Dagsturhytta.
Or proper Varda. It's a lot more stable.
Kim was just telling me how this is one of the biggest islands in Norway. They call it Norway in miniature, and it's got all these little paths around it, so people from the villages can mix. That's how people end up being born in one village and ending up living in another, let's say.
North Europe's biggest inner coast island. We were told that in school when we grew up. Here, you replace the fire.
So this is where you replace the fire.
If you need to send a signal to the next, maybe some angry Vikings are coming to our village. Back before the 17th of May in 1814.
Yeah. Before Norway even existed.
Before Norway even existed. That's the panorama view. You can see Ostafjorden is over there, so that's a mainland over there. You can see Osteroy goes like this, and it goes for miles in there. Over.
Yeah.
So if we would take my sailboat, we would probably use 2 days, travel half the way first, and then
to go
make
to
a
the north
stop.
of the island and then come down.
Take an overnight stop somewhere, and then go all the way around.
Great.
I did it only once when I was like 7 years old.
Oh wow. Oh look, I can see a Norseman over there in the distance.
Yeah. And this is a new build cabin. I think it was some organization or maybe the government gave it as a gift to the people that lives here. And now it's the most popular spot in our village to visit, I think.
Yeah. Kai the Norseman's getting concerned about our condition. He's saying, aren't you a bit cold? So we're going to go over there, go get a bit of shelter. Not that it's particularly cold today at all. But rule number 1 of the mountain is always listen to experience. So that's what I'm doing. We're at Brakabu, 438 meters above sea level. You got kids' books in there to read.
You're now not allowed to have a sleep here, but you can chill as long as you want.
Yeah.
Read a book if you want, or sit here and enjoy the sun like we will.
So Kim, I said just a moment ago that rule number 1 of the mountain is listen to experience. I think that's rule number 1 for me. But if you're really from here, what are the rules?
The first rule is plan ahead and tell someone where you're going.
Good, very logical, I like that one.
Second one is adjust your hike journey after your own skills and the conditions around you. need to do that again because I don't remember snöskred.
Rule number 3, don't be afraid to adjust your route for avalanches. There we go.
Rule number 3 is adjust your trip after weather and the possibilities of avalanche. 4th one, be prepared of bad weather and cold, even on short hikes. The next one is make safe choices when you choose your route. Know where to go in case of avalanche, especially in routes you don't know, so do your research.
Okay, have an alternative if you need it.
And use map and compass. Of course we don't do that here.
Well, we have it on our phones.
Yeah, we have it on our phones. And maybe the most important one is turn around and go back in time, and there's no shame in turning back or like giving up, you might say.
So there's no shame in turning back, so I'll see you later, Kim.
And save your strength and take breaks if necessary.
Yeah,
It's important.
Wise words from the West Fjords of Norway.
Listen to experienced hikers also. Should be here. Maybe this wasn't the correct one. Somebody.
Now, maybe you don't need to listen to experienced hikers after all, but I will. Kim's been making up rules.
No. The 5 is normally listen to experienced hikers.
So these are like some official rules, and they actually get changed over time.
Oh, these are from 1952 to 2016.
Listen to experienced hikers. This is the people's way of bossing each other around when they go hiking. There we go. How is it in there?
Come in and see.
Come in and see, all right. We've had a nice invitation from Kai to come in and have a look around Brakabu.
In Norway we of course
Brakabu, not Brakabu. So we've got to take our shoes off.
shoes off.
Respect the environment. Another mountain rule, take your shoes off when you go inside a cabin. Especially this cabin. Feel like a real Norseman. And then you take your boots and you put them over here on this little thing, look. Look at that, very well organised. It's like being at one of those Southeast Asian temples.
Might be interesting
Oh, look at this.
for you.
Percy, it smells like IKEA or a design technology classroom back home in the UK.
It's a book about old farms that were built close together.
Nice, all local, yeah?
Yes. No, local. It's all over the country.
All over Norway.
There's a mast in the beginning.
Yeah, so we are, is it number 14?
No.
This
This is just a book of.
These are the places.
Osteroy has number 13. I think.
And remember the 17th of May?
Yeah.
This is an old picture from around 1900 of the harbor of Bergen. The fish market here. And we, at one point, we met some friends here.
Okay, so that's the centre of Bergen back in a
1900.
long time ago. 1900, wow, so 122 years ago, the city of Bergen.
But it's actually a book that shows you how the village life was here on Osteroy.
Village life in Osteroy.
Place your shoe outside like we did.
Yeah. Okay, so you've seen that, everybody. We didn't make the mess with the shoes.
Oh, we have video proof.
And look, you can go up on this little stairway. And you end up in the top. They've got this cute little heart. So if you want to bring your sweetheart here, it can be a bit romantic. Look, and you can look down into the valley at Valestrand, just down there. But you can't sleep here overnight. This is just like a little day cottage where you can come and read a book and relax at the end of your hike up the mountain. You can imagine as well, this is a great little spot to stop and have lunch. So Kim's prepared us a little packed lunch. Look at this.
This is a traditional Norwegian matpakke.
Modpakke.
Matpakke.
Modpakke. What does modpakke mean?
It's just whatever you want to eat, you bring it
Right, it's your pack lunch.
It's a lunch bag.
There you go.
All the children in school will bring their own lunch bag. So there's no lunch in the school like in England.
Ah, really? So in Norway you can't have school dinner, you've got to have packed lunch.
When it's surt og kaldt, then it often is
Good to eat food inside. It's really a nice and functional building. Thank you.
So yeah, you see this is the visitor's book.
So, yeah, so you can write whatever you want.
That's my turn. Do you want to hold the camera while I sign it? What shall I write?
Yeah,
Should I write a message or just my name?
A message.
It's the 20th, yeah?
Oh.
There we go. So, Lord Anthony here, it's 20th of May 2022. Thanks to my friends Kim and Kai for bringing me to Osteroy and on this hike. It's an amazing place and so cool that you look after it together. So the people of Osteroy, as you were showing me on there.
Yes.
So look, people take it in turns to...
Yes, this is different organizations around Osteroy, and this is the week number, and they have these overlook when it's their turn to have an overlook and see that everything's okay.
So it will be Valestrand's turn again soon.
Look at these guys.
You gotta have a nap, you gotta recharge your batteries more. So there's Brakabu over there ahead, the toilet. Now we're going to say goodbye to little Brakabu and we're going to go back down to Valestrand. Valestrand, not Valestrand, Valestrand. Look at this cool dude ready to go down the hill again. Even the locals never get tired of the view, look. Right, so we're heading now over to that dark, scary forest over there. Can you see that? It's not in the sun, so it looks darker and scarier than it really is, apparently. We've gone the wrong way, so we're having to go back up the hill, and then we're going to go down on another track. Right, we found the correct path again. Look at this. All of these stones showing us the correct way. We're coming off the original path now, and we're going down this other way. It's a bit boggier. Kim keeps talking about snakes, it's scaring me a bit. Hope we'll be alright.
It's a bit early still though.
Alright, so it's about 4:30 in the afternoon and
Still May.
yeah, and it's May. It's early as in not during the day, but for the time of year. Tell that nobody is paid to maintain this track because it's very, it's a lot boggier and full of rocks. A bit slippy, even though it's not been raining today at all. Look. Right, we're going up here.
Yep.
I thought we were going downhill.
We're going over this mountain.
We're going over this mountain, even though it's down that way, and the village is that way as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, so why are we going up here?
This track is going to take us directly into the garden of a house. So
All right.
it's nice.
Fantastic. Here we go. Back up a hill, because I'm not sweating enough already. Kim reckons that some nutty horse riders go riding up here without a saddle.
Yeah.
I can barely even walk up here.
This used to be the old track to get to the neighbor village. So on a Saturday, a couple of times in a year, there would be a dance and a party over there. People probably put on their best clothes, maybe a bunad, and brought their drinks and their friends to get over and down to the next village. The night, we'll go back.
Or find someone to stay with overnight.
Yeah, like some people do. I told you it wasn't far.
Okay, so you go that way to Votlog Garden, but we're going up here. Even more climbing, flipping.
And
So-
maybe the nicest sign so far.
Hanipa.
Hornipa.
Hornipa.
The oar.
Oh yeah, it's got a little thingy above it.
The whole
The Swedish oar.
Norwegian oar.
Oh, the Norwegian oar. Still haven't got a hang of what's Swedish and what's Norwegian in the alphabet yet. Very important. You can meet these trolls, look. We've got a nice little hat. Look at that, that's quite a big hat actually. Little scarf, you'd be a bit hot in that today, mate. Look, you can see some snow on the mountains just over there. Santa Claus is in town still, look.
It's a different tradition.
It's the Grinch. A sparkly tie, sequins. So do we use the rope or are we going to go up the strong way? Let's go up this way, shall we? Flipping it, look how steep this is.
Imagine it's icy here, or very slippery. Let's say it's been raining for 80 days.
Flipping heck, look. I get up here with the camera. Yep, just about.
And then for the kids and for everyone climbing, it says, well done.
Well done, you're there. Or you're here. Whatever.
Tells you did a good job. Så flink du är.
Så flink du är. Oh my word, what a view from here. Look at this. Wow.
You can almost see the bridge around there. You can see it later on. But we don't want to see that bridge actually.
No. It's not our favourite bridge.
You're learning fast.
In Valestrand we try to use the ferry whenever possible rather than the bridge. Okay, so at the top of this waterside mountain there's this little letterbox or something. Oh, there's a Tupperware inside with a pen.
So it won't get wet.
With a 2022 yearbook, look at that. So we can monitor everybody who came along.
And what time is it now? 5?
Yeah, well it's the 20th, but
20th?
yeah, so people are writing in the wrong day, look. Lots of people have come along here already today.
A fourth grader wrote a message here, probably a long time ago, on tomorrow's date. A lot of people been here, yeah?
Thank you, 4th grader, who did that. There we go. Excuse my crappy handwriting while I hold my camera.
That's alright.
There we go. I'll be forever enshrined in this mountain's history. What do they do with them at the end of the year? Take them to like some museum or something? Here we go. So
Saving them.
this is Hornipa, 346 meters high. Top of the mountain. So I've been to 2 peaks today now. That's good. Didn't realise we would be doing so much. 346 meters. There's that boat I was telling you about earlier. Look, going over to the mainland every half an hour until I think it's 10:45 in the evening. The last one back from the mainland to Osteroy. The crossing takes about 8 minutes, so then it waits, unloads, reloads, get back over to the island. And of course the opposite in the other direction. Pine tree?
Yeah. So the fresh needles from the pine tree you can actually eat. I use them many times when I brew beer. For it has a very distinctive
They're quite juicy
flavor.
actually.
And then
Unusual.
This is also very interesting. Showed you earlier the food acid plant. that we can eat.
Plant.
You know, what do you call these again?
Daisies maybe?
Yeah, daisies. They are very poisonous. So I'm actually not gonna eat with the same hand. But these are from gaukesyre and they look the same. Let's see, is the right? Yeah, it's the right one. This one you can actually eat. This one almost looks the same and it's very poison.
What will happen if you eat it?
Well, it might die.
You might die.
don't know.
Don't eat the one with the purple bits on the back. Eat this one. Very easy to tell the difference.
Oh, you should try this one.
I don't think I'm going to try it anymore, mate.
Oh, okay.
But thank you.
That's the gaukesyre.
The gaukesyre.
That's very good.
Kim's dad apparently actually owns this land, and this bench behind us, one of the neighbours said, can we put this bench here? And he said, yeah, it's a nice view from here, as you can see. So why not? Always a feeling of community on Osteroy. Wow, so it's a former Nordic home, look at that.
Until the, I don't know, Black Death. We call it Svartedauden.
Yeah, the Black Death, yeah.
1349.
The plague.
The last people that lived here died around that time.
You got this house and that house. Another one up ahead, wow, 3 of them at least.
So my grandmother's very own bench outside that house. There used to be a sign.
You can tell they were planted in a place where really they shouldn't have been, because lots of them have fallen down. They couldn't get their roots deep enough in amongst all the rocks on this part of the land. And then you've also got these branches growing only in this direction, obviously towards the sun, not out across the path like this.
You can hear.
So yeah, afforestation isn't always great, and yeah, you can hear the creaking, listen. Yeah. Oh, this one here. Can you see it swaying? This one here. So this one's going to be the next one to fall down. So maybe we should get out of here. So after a nice, fairly long hike, it's time for a beer. Of course, what do Norwegians love more than a Danish beer? Tuborg. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Skål.
Skål.
Delicious, alright.
Well deserved beer.
We're going to eat some pork, then we're going to head off to see Valestrand play. So here we are on the ferry, leaving Osteroy. Behind us. Bye bye, Valestrand. It's been fun. Lovely to get out, see a bit of Norwegian nature. No, sorry, I don't speak Norwegian, but he's sorting us out. I can pay with the card, is that right?
No problem.
There you go, 37 kroner to cross as a foot passenger, plus you have to pay for your car as well. But it's not the cheapest. I recognise those houses up there. Very nice. Here we are out in this beautiful fjord crossing over back onto the mainland. We're going to go to Bergen, we're going to watch Brann play again today. Over here they've got this little salon, little lounge I guess. Let's have a look what's inside. Oh, it's quite extensive, isn't it? Little seats. Not bad for just a 12-minute crossing. Little vending machine where you can buy all the stuff you ever wanted. Over there in the distance you might be able to see the bridge, which was built in theory to replace this ferry. They keep this ferry going because basically they want to keep this village going, Valestrand, which I understand. If you're from a village like this, you really want to keep your economy going, you want to keep saving it.